All right, just a quick little video here to help people out with some add-ons. We have a weird list of add-ons for the Kael'Thas server. It's just whatever still existed on CurseForge, which means that a lot of projects that were forked or were um, I don't know, for whatever reason, not saved on that site. Most of the time, that's because like a newer version came around and like overwrote the old version. There was like a new author who was like, "Well, I can use this name," and everyone's like, "Well, this is the same add-on. There's no point in saving the older versions of this add-on anyways, since it's like a basically a brand new add-on just based on an original one." So there's lots of stuff that's missing, which is I don't know. It's interesting. I'm curious where we'll be a few months from now, because I feel like there's some things that could be allowed on a case by case basis. But for now, to solve some old fashioned problems, we're going to need to get a little creative. So one add-on that is missing is Trinket Menu, which is a really nice add-on, especially for hot swapping trinkets. And as far as I can tell, there's nothing that's really going to do exactly that. You're going to have to manage your trinkets yourself. I guess that's not true. There might be like a, a gear. I forget what those are called. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Like some gear add-on that might basically do it for you, or you could do it through macros as well. But what was nice also about Trinket Menu, and the main reason I liked it, was that you could set binds for it. So it gave you 2 additional binds, and it also just put the cooldowns for them right in the like big, like somewhere easy to see on your screen. So the cooldown part, um, what I've found that I think is going to work for that is, let's see, is okay, yeah, cooldown buttons. Slash CDB opens up this menu, and you can have it track your cooldowns of items as well. I don't have any items right now, but I do have a Gift of the Naru. If I cast Gift of the Naru, this is tracking my spell cooldown right here. So any spells that you have that have, I think any duration cooldown will show up here. And I think you could do the same thing for some activated items. So you could have a set of buttons. You can kind of organize them as you want. You can make them like expand off to the right. You can make them like truncate after a certain amount of items in each row. And I think you'll be able to do that for your trinkets as well. You could put them somewhere else on your screen, or you could have them nearby, like over here, whatever. But then the other thing that you can do is you can actually bind those trinkets. So there's this other add-on called, oh, what's it called? I'm gonna have to look at my add-ons list. I'm not familiar with these because they are new. Bind pad. So /BP, I think, brings this up. Yes. And it lets you just hotkey directly into these macros. And I don't know if these actually show up in your no. So they're like additional macros that just exist outside of your macro window. You can make them for all characters, which is probably what I'll do. I'll probably have these macros set up to like use trinket slot 1, use trinket slot 2, and then I can bind it. I use the tilde key and the shift tilde key to activate my trinkets. That's what I'm used to. But you can bind them to whatever you want. You just left click to or right click to edit the macro and left click to edit the bind. If you want to use character specific binds, it tells you that you need to actually go into character specific key bindings, which is something I might do in the future. But for now, since I'm just setting up my UI in general for all my characters, I'm not going to do that. But what's nice about this is, right, I'll have my trinket cooldowns on my bar. Hopefully I'll know which slot which trinket's in. But if I press tilde or shift tilde, it's going to use whatever is on there. So like right there, it's my heal and my seal. I'm not going to have those set for that, but it's just like, right, as an example. The unit frames we got is the other main thing I kind of wanted to talk about. And a lot of the unit frames that were uploaded were not well working versions. And the main thing I would tell you is don't expect a unit frame that's going to display incoming heals even from yourself, but probably not from other players either. That just seems like that's something that's not working especially well. with the add-on versions we have available, which is frustrating and too bad, but not the end of the world. The Grid 2 version that was uploaded, it was just totally broken. I tried a few things and I got stuck on an error message. And I think that's because Grid 2 actually wasn't made for this client. It was like made as a beta and like this forked project because whoever had been developing the TBC version of Grid stopped. So someone else picked it up, made it for Wrath of the Lich King. I think Grid 2 did work in Wrath of the Lich King. But then eventually someone like forked it again and said, well, why are we calling it Grid 2? We should just call it Grid. And they uploaded that to CurseForge, and all the Grid info was not saved at that point, as I'm pretty sure how things happen. So Gummy has said he's going to look for a version of Grid that he's used in the past and upload that, which I appreciate. He said he's also going to be looking for Pitbull. You see right now I'm using AG unit frames. They're very okay. They actually are what I used back in TBC for most of it, I think. Pitbull, I think, is a little bit more annoying to set up. There's a lot more options, and that it doesn't necessarily make things easier. But what's annoying about AG unit frames is you have to do all your settings through this right click menu. Wait, is that true? Yeah. I think that's true. There's not like a menu that just stays open. So every time you do a setting, you got to go into these trees. And if it's something where like, you're picking a color, it's going to close the tree, and then you've got to open it all the way. I don't know. It's just a pain to really select anything to set it up. But I spent about an hour and I did it. And perhaps I can upload my saved variable of this, because you can't like share profiles. Anytime I've tried to share a profile for any add-on in this TBC environment, it hasn't worked. And like to get it on another character, what I had to do was to like exit the game, copy my saved variables from my one character folder to my other character folder, and then open that character, and then it pretty much worked more or less from there. So yeah, just you're gonna have to brush off your ancient making your UI work skills because you're gonna need them if you care about a UI, which is something that I've just definitely grown accustomed to and I'm used to, and it's challenged me for me to play without it. I think the biggest thing that is going to frustrate me playing on this server is not having an add-on that will auto click through quests. Having to like click like on the quest, accept the quest, turn in the quest, all that kind of stuff is just, I don't know. All those clicks are annoying. I'm an old man. Clicking a lot makes my hands hurt after a few hours. Anyways, I'm kind of getting off topic here. I'm sorry this has been rambling. Hopefully some of the information was helpful. As I find more add-ons that are useful, that kind of, when you, I don't know, compare them together to do some things that some other add-ons that we were used to having could do, like some power auras things or some trinket menu things that for whatever reason we're not getting on this version of the Gummy server, I'll let you know. But yeah, if you come across any add-ons that like you found really valuable, like let people know. Like you don't have to post them on this video. Not that many people are gonna watch this video, but like go get in the Discords, like share the information, because that kind of stuff, I don't know, it like builds a community. It makes people want to stick around and play, and that's really what this server is gonna need if it's gonna survive. All right, well, I look forward to seeing everyone on the 1st, and I'll sign off for now.